Well, how's everybody doing? Thanks for watching this review on my YouTube channel. And you can listen to it at hambo.podbean.com, the Ham Palace. I'm going to be reviewing Venom 2. Now, I was like 1 or 2 minutes late for the movie. But I got in there, sat down, been looking forward to this movie for a long time, and right away I noticed how different the movie looked visually compared to the first one, because I just watched the first one again the night before on TV, which is cool to watch it there and to get me back up to date with it. Not like I really forgot much, but yeah, it was pretty cool to compare the first one and this one. Visually, it's different, but everybody delivers. The actors deliver. Tom Hardy is great. Tom Hardy looks rough in the first few frames that I saw him in. He looks beat up. His hair's really messed up, and yeah, he looks tough. And trying to think, Woody Harrelson is having he's having a slightly different hair day in this one. I think I prefer how his hair was at the end of the first movie, but it's great. I was looking forward to his performance so much in this movie. And that's basically what I got. We got some good performances all around. Andy Serkis directed this. He's a good actor. I think he wants to concentrate on the actors, Tom Hardy and Woody Harrelson, as much as possible. I can't remember her name, unfortunately. The girl that plays the love interest of Carnage, or Cassidy. She's really good too. She's excellent. I mean, everyone's top notch. And I think she was in Pirates of the Caribbean, like I think either the second or third one, probably the second one, the Davy Jones Locker one. But anyway, there's a big rift between Venom and Tom Hardy, or Eddie Brock, in it, and they end up fighting each other a bit, and they break up, and they kind of go their separate ways. And I thought it was a touching part of the movie where Venom tries to fit in somehow in a party by jumping onto another body and going into a Halloween costume party, which I thought it was a nice touch. And yeah, but it turns out that Eddie's just, or not Eddie, but Venom is starving to death because he needs to eat humans or whatever, and he ends up, almost dying. And so there's some good little moments in it. The CGI, for the most part, is pretty good with Carnage and Venom. And there's a lot of good action. There's a neat scene where Carnage comes to life in jail. Although I don't think that's how it went down in the comic, where Carnage was a piece of Venom. I don't think that's how it went, but I'll have to double check. So don't quote me on that. But I see why it was done, because they probably didn't have a lot of time to talk about the origin of Carnage and go into that. to make it more comic accurate, and it fits in more with the movie. Uh, I guess it's not really that important. It's just kind of the feud between these two creatures, and Carnage is kind of like a saber-toothed version of Venom, where it's just a more exaggerated, more no holds barred version of Venom. So, spoilers, by the way, this is spoilers. So yeah, it's really cool. I enjoyed it. Good performances. If anything, I thought it needed a bit more. Maybe it needed a little bit more longer, and I kind of wanted more Cletus Cassidy. Uh, I needed more of that performance. I thought there was some neat back and forth between him needing a friend, wanting Eddie to be his friend, but Eddie betrays him because Eddie gets to scoop, and Cletus gets put into on death row because I'm trying to remember what the reason why it was, but something Eddie does puts Cletus on death row, whereas before he wasn't, going to be electrocuted. So that's why there's a rift between those two. And the girl who has sonic shouting powers, her and Cletus fell in love at a young age or whatever. Although there's a big age difference in the movie. And so they're like boyfriend, girlfriend. And there's that dynamic with between Woody Harrelson and Carnage. And Carnage just wants her to be quiet because every time she opens her mouth and she has these, the frequency vibration powers. That's the weakness of Venom and Carnage's sound vibrations, loud pitch noises and fire. That weakness reminds me of like Martian Manhunter's weakness. So yeah, it was pretty good. It was not perfect because I thought it needed a little bit more time, more character moments, a little bit more there. I'm okay. I mean, I'm okay with the production. It seemed a little bit not as fancy of production as the first one. I'm okay with that because I thought the story was still strong and the performances were still great. I think Andy Serkis is a actor's director, not so much a stylish, going for the crazy angles, the big, how everything is composed. And not that this is a badly composed movie, but it's just, it's not so much about the look of the movie. It's more about our interactions with these people on the screen and how they say the dialogue and how we connect with them. So, which is a big deal. It's a big deal emotionally to move the audience. And I give it an 8 out of 10, solid 8 out of 10. And what would have pushed it over? I'm not so sure what it would push it over with. A lot of it's great. I like Woody's Jerry Lee Lewis kind of vibe and look, and the costume design there. And he's just like he is in the comic, from what I remember. That's that's like perfect inspired casting. And the feud between Eddie and Venom is good and it works. And there's a lot of good action. There aren't really a lot of moments where I thought the CG looked really bad. There might have been one or two, but it didn't take me out of the movie. So I kind of went with it. set pieces. It gets better towards the ending as far as the big climax and the set piece of the film. But yeah, I would check it out again. Um, So it was just we needed more. I thought it needed to be a little bit longer. I thought it was a little too lean. We need more time with these characters, especially Woody's. Woody's was like he was great. He was on point. I think he needed more time for his performance to breathe. I thought, you know, and spoilers, bigger spoilers now. It kind of sucks that he dies at the end of this movie because he'd be a great reoccurring villain, just like he kept coming back in the comics. Uh, but at the end of this, the Easter egg at the end of it was Eddie coming or Venom coming into Spider-Man's universe, and he licks the TV and everything. I thought that was cool. And he has a different shirt on and in a different room. And the whole color thing changes, color palette. So who's to say that Carnage in this Spider-Man verse isn't alive? Uh, so that would be cool to bring him back into it somehow. But yeah, really good. I'll probably go see it again. Definitely check it out on video. And there's my review. Enjoy it for what it's worth. And yeah, let me know what you think.